Hey there, Dwaine Clarke, episode 171. We're here to learn about the quickly expanding broadband wireless internet market and how investors can get involved in this growing opportunity. We'll take a deep dive into this topic with our guest, Wally Wright. All this and more coming up.
Welcome to the Wealth Through Real Estate Investing Podcast, your source for real-world strategies focused on creating long-term wealth, cash flow, and financial freedom through real estate. Through guidance, tips, and stories of highly successful real estate investors and thought leaders, we provide you the tools to succeed and to reach the lifestyle you always wanted. And now, your host, Dwaine Clarke.
Hello and welcome to the Wealth Through Real Estate Investing Show. This is your host, Dwaine Clarke, and today we have Wally Wright. Wally is the General Manager of SpectrumLink, Inc. Spectrum is the leading industry broadband internet service provider, wireless internet service provider. Wally, thank you so much for joining us on the show. And how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. My pleasure. And I'm excited about being here this morning. And thank you for reaching out to us. And by the way, Happy New Year to you too, Dwaine.
Absolutely. You as well. So yeah, this one thing is a very interesting topic. And then mind me from my questioning of how I'm just kind of like a newbie, just learning more about it. But with this show and how we kind of reach out to our listeners is we're trying to just get as much information on the different investment opportunities to help us build our wealth. So I really appreciate you taking the time. But before we get into the details of this new opportunity, can you talk about kind of a little about your background and also about your company?
Yeah, absolutely. My background really comes back almost over 35 years ago in the investment field, and initially got involved in the gold and silver markets, the futures market, and kind of segued into the technology, IPOs, radio frequency licensing. But I've always kind of been in that communication space. And even back through 1984, 85, 86, when cell phones came out, everyone thought, who needed a cell phone? Well, if you bought a cell phone tower back then, people are still making income from it, even today. So I remember back in the day, Dwaine, I bought a cell phone for $3,200. Now you can buy one for $10. But it's a tremendous opportunity. It's like lightning striking twice. What we do here at SpectrumLink with the towers has been amazing, and we provide passive income, and we have got some great mechanisms we'd like to discuss with you today.
Absolutely. And as far as, because everyone knows that the internet and all of that stuff is constantly expanding. Every time I'm talking to people, they're always mentioning Zoom or Skype. It's these like new users and everyone's just tapping online. You mentioned you can pick up a cell phone for $10 now. So the opportunity is definitely there. Can you kind of explain for the audience kind of like the overview type of structure of this type of turnkey investment?
Absolutely. So we're SpectrumLink. We've been around about 8 years now. We're a WISP, we're a wireless internet service provider. We do Wi-Fi and internet for businesses literally all over the country, from B2B businesses. That's been our core business, everything from a Krispy Kreme to a McDonald's to hotels to Mike Micheletti, our CTO, has done Wi-Fi and internet for like the NFL, some of the NFL stadiums, luxury boxes, the NBA, Major League Baseball, to the U.S. Open, to the New York subway system. That's what we do, Wi-Fi and internet. We have segued now, Dwaine, because of COVID. We're now doing a lot of Wi-Fi and internet for essential businesses, because a lot of people are working at home, remotely from home. They need more bandwidth, faster, more reliable. So that's our core business, Wi-Fi and internet. The tower part of our business we started 8 years ago, and we started to sell very organically 4G towers to customers and clients. We sell them for $35,000. They own the equipment. We own the network. We partner with them. We do all the heavy lifting, literally everything. And we get towers installed on office buildings or locations within 30 to 90 days. We already have end users inside the building for the next 5 to 10 years. And it provides income. It's passive income. We started about 10% ROI. It's paid monthly income, but 10% annually. And it has a mechanism for it going up each year from a quarter to a point a year, because our call centers, we keep adding more end users to it. But it's been amazing. So everything was 4G now, actually before, now everything today as of 2020, Dwaine, everything's now 5G. So we're building out, we're finishing New York City, but we're nationwide. We're all over the country, from Florida to Dallas, Houston, you name it. But that's what we do. We provide a nice passive monthly income that we say turnkey. And I might have mentioned earlier to you that we're also IRA approved for self-directed IRAs or self-directed 401k plans that are not really maybe performing. It's just another opportunity to use your self-directed IRAs for passive income.
So they kind of, give me if I'm wrong. So you are investing into the investment that owns onto the tower, or you have to be an existing building owner and then you guys install the utilities onto that building? Can you explain, is there a difference or is it just one thing?
Yeah. I'll make it simple layman terms. For example, one of our buildings is Carnegie Center in New York City. Okay. We do a small revenue stream with the building owner out of our pocket, SpectrumLink. We have an agreement to do the internet for the next 10 years in the building. We have boots on the ground. We have our call centers that go inside that building. We offer our service, SpectrumLink, and we compete with your AT&Ts, your Verizon, your Sprint. And we go in and we sign them up as just like people pay their internet bill, their Wi-Fi bill, their cell bill. It's the same thing, but it has to go through your tower frequency. The customer's tower is on the top of the building. And on all this information we have in a beautiful brochure and everything in writing that spells everything out. But yes, it's when I say turnkey, it literally is turnkey. And by the way, there's I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, there's a tax law, and I'm not a CPA, but it's a tax law called Code Section 179. It became a law back in 2018, signed by this administration leaving. And they did it just to stimulate the economy. But basically, it allows you to write up the equipment up to $1 million a year. You don't need that much because the towers are $35,000, but you can actually offset that income, which is amazing. And we provide all that information for you too with a 1099, and because we do all the maintenance, all the insurance, we do everything. If something happened, for example, if you're in Florida, there was a hurricane and the tower got destroyed, we're responsible. If there was an earthquake in California, we're responsible. If there was a northeasterner in New York City, same thing, we're responsible. So we do all the heavy lifting, and it's been amazing, to say the least. Markets are opening up for us all over the country right now.
I like that a lot because it's kind of similar to I do deal with a lot of investments that are triple net lease where the tenant pays all the bills. It's kind of sound kind of similar as far as where the company covers like the insurance, all that stuff. And I also like the tax benefits as well, because as we talk a lot on this show, we're always talking about our investments, also ways that we can also benefit tax wise as well. So I'm glad that you say that. And also the IRA component that you can, people that are having idle retirement funds that want to be able to get a nice return on your retirement fund, you can utilize it to invest in this as well. You had mentioned the investment is around 35,000. Is that kind of the ballpark?
Yes,
or is that...
yes. The towers, these are state of the art, and all this information we're happy to forward to you via email or hard copy. But yeah, the towers are 35,000. And from start to finish, we have a lease agreement. It spells everything out, a guaranteed service agreement. And once your funds come in, it's between 30 to 90 days. It starts functioning. It's a direct deposit every month to your personal banking account with an ACH with JP Morgan Chase every single month. It's like clockwork. If it's an IRA, obviously it goes right back to the custodian. They want to use that mechanism right there. But we're just, like I said, we're in the middle of COVID. Our business is certainly booming. A lot of essential businesses are calling us. Matter of fact, in Florida, there's so many homes being built. Everything's smart homes now, Dwaine. So people it's just the nature of what we live in. The 5G infrastructure market by 2025, they're talking about a $58 billion market in valuation. I mean, it's ridiculous to say the least. We just happen to be in a space that's essentially needed, and it's amazing. The world seems to have gotten a lot smaller because of COVID, and it just we have so many essential business, hospitals and nursing homes and government buildings, things of that nature that are calling and wanting more Wi-Fi and internet and bandwidth. So we as the kids say, we kind of stay in our lane, but we have a nice niche. But the tower part of our business, Dwaine, it's been amazing, nothing but amazing, and we organically have done that. So, but as we move forward, we're building up major cities: Dallas, Houston, Miami, Florida. We're doing other acquisitions, buying other companies like ours that has a cell phone play, working through potentially with Ericsson and Samsung, T-Mobile. But as we move forward, a lot of our build outs will be probably venture capital money, hedge fund money like that, because we've organically done this and it's time consuming. So we have customers that have taken one tower and have 110 towers, and some have 10 towers or 20 towers, but everybody's different. But we're kind of on a fast pace right now. And while the opportunity is here, so we're really building out major cities as quickly as possible. So the opportunity is here. And we, if anything, we always just like to get information out to people, because they probably had no idea it's an alternative that's passive.
Exactly.
The best way I can describe it is like mailbox money. Or like a crock pot. Exactly. Yeah, it comes every month. It's not glamorous business, but it's a nice, safe vehicle, and with tremendous tax benefits too, that you get to write off income with the tax law, Section 179.
I like that. Yeah, it's very interesting. And as far as kind of like the time frame for it, is it a certain type of hold period, or is it like soon as you invest, you own it indefinitely? Can you kind of explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, let me explain. So, for example, say today is January 4th, and just as an example, in layman terms, say a customer bought a tower, 10 towers or 20 towers or 1 tower. Once his paperwork comes in, we get it signed and executed. We're going to order an FCC license for him in Washington, D.C. He doesn't have to do anything. The FCC license will have the latitude, the longitude, the coordinates where the towers are being placed. The license is good for 10 years. We do all of that. Okay, it's all included, all inclusive. If you ever wanted to add more towers down the road, more towers, you don't need another license. We just add coordinates to that existing license. Once your paperwork comes in, the clock starts ticking. We have kind of a 30 to 90 day window to get your tower up and running and functioning, and with a direct deposit going to your account of investment. And it's, like I said, it's not glamorous, but it's passive income that comes in every single month. And like I said, we're fortunate. COVID has happened. We certainly are. The whole world wants to get through this. Our business for us is just, the phone rings off the hook, because who knows how long it's going to last, and a lot of people are really working remotely from home, and they just need more service. So we're just happen to be in that space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's ever expanding. Like I said, the time, it's a timely thing where we're having this unfortunate pandemic, but like I said, it brings in these opportunities where people can see, and we're always talking about here on the show diversification and looking at different type of investments. So I think there's a very good option here, and definitely glad you gave us some more information about that. But to kind of learn more about you, I know we talked a couple weeks ago, and you have such an interesting background. But can you kind of talk about maybe like your typical workday, and do you have any special morning routines?
Yeah, typically in the morning, because we're based in Los Angeles, and we've got business all over the country, so it's not like a 9 to 5. I mean, we're up and running pretty quickly. 6:30 in the morning. We've got customers on the East Coast. We've got essential businesses that we're working deals with, marinas in Florida, gated communities, et cetera, et cetera. So we're constantly going after essential businesses now. We kind of do the same thing every day. We just provide a nice alternative Wi-Fi and internet. We like to think is better, faster, more efficient than some of the big telecoms. And I do want to say this too, that it's interesting. I want to share this with you that it's inside our lease agreement. I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. The equipment itself actually appreciates about 5% a year. And people say, well, how can it appreciate? Well, we keep adding, and this is in writing, we keep adding more end users to the frequency every year with our call centers. So basically, at the end of the 7-year lease, if you ever wanted to sell the tower, not only will we buy it back what you paid for it, there's a 5% appreciation per year. So we buy the towers back at a 35% appreciation, which comes out to be around $47,250. You can say, I want to sell my tower, or we can keep it going for 3 more years, or eventually will be publicly traded, and you can convert to public stock. But my everyday, my everyday is, from probably like 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning to maybe 6 or 7 at night. It's just constant. We're so busy, and we're grateful to be in a business that we're able to work and provide and provide a great service. And we always have to make sure we keep our workers safe, with the mask, gloves, and things of that nature. So, because we've got technicians that are working from Florida to Texas to New York to California. So it's just kind of a typical day. It's not rocket science, but it's what, and we enjoy it. We enjoy it. So it's kind of a joy to get up and figure out, okay, who we're working with today. So it's just kind of neat.
Yeah, good to hear about that. Absolutely. And I always end this the interview with asking this question and you had kind of mentioned it about gratitude for your team and all the stuff that you're able to help all the customers, especially the essential businesses. Can you kind of elaborate on that as far as what are you most grateful for?
Well, to be quite frank with you, a lot of people today, my heart goes out, that are suffering. You've got these are certainly tumultuous times, to say the least, and I'm grateful that we got through 2020, still alive, still breathing. My heart goes out to people that are having challenges with their businesses and not be able to go back, and in a number of things. So I'm hoping that things will certainly settle down. I'm not sure it's going to be normal again, but personally, I'm and I know the company is, and our employees, and I love working for the company and our CEO, and I'm just grateful that we're able to get up and work and provide for your families and provide a great service. It's a quick story. There's a community in Chatsworth, California. It's a gated community. Homes are big homes, I think 5,000 to 15,000 square feet, and the community's been there for probably 25, 30 years. But they didn't do any proper wiring underground for cabling. So they've had the worst Wi-Fi and internet for a couple of decades. And long story short, they contacted us, one of our customers, and said, could you come into our neighborhood? So we actually are doing the Wi-Fi and internet for, that was our first community, because we usually do B2B community for Wi-Fi and internet, and it's 350 homes. And the great thing is that they love it. Wow. They love it because they used to be DHL dial-up, which is, imagine having a $2 or $5 or $10 million home, and it takes you forever to get online. Yeah, it's unconscionable. But we get these testimonials all the time, and we're excited about that. So we're just really pleased to be able to provide a great service, work for a great company and good people with integrity, and just continue to build out the business. And I play a small role, but I love what I do.
Absolutely, yeah, very, very. I would say very big role. So I appreciate you sharing all this stuff with us. So, and like I said, you're a good, nice person. So, and you will make sure to have all of your information in the show notes. We'll send out to our newsletter and to our networks and everything. But what's some contact information you're willing to share with us today?
Absolutely. So I'm going to give you our toll-free number at SpectrumLink. It's 1-800-983-6150. And if the receptionist doesn't pick up, just hit extension number 3. Again, 800-983-6150. Marilyn will pick up, just give her your name and information. And also my direct number, it bypasses the switchboard, is area code 818-835-6147. Again, 818-835-6147. And our email address for free information, doesn't cost you anything, is info@spectrumlink.net. info@spectrumlink.net. And our website, real simple, www.spectrumlink.net.
Awesome. Wally, it was really a pleasure to speak with you. Like I said, it's a very interesting opportunity. I think definitely people, especially looking at diversifying and looking at different asset classes, is very interesting. And definitely encourage everyone to reach out, get some information, or have a discussion with you to learn more about this opportunity, how it can work best for you. Wally, I really appreciate you taking the time. Happy New Year. Best to you and the family, and look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Thanks, Dwaine. Have a great day, man. Hey, stay warm back there, man.
I know. That's why I'm all bundled up. So, but I'm trying.
All right, man. Yeah, we've got sunshine, about maybe 65, but it's not snowing.
Oh, yeah, we had snow yesterday, but that's what happened when you live in Connecticut. But we'll manage.
Exactly.
All right, take care, my friend.
All right, listen. Thank you for having us, and have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Take care.
Take care, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey there, this is Dwaine Clarke, your host of the Wealth Through Real Estate Investing Show. I want to thank you again for tuning in and hope you're enjoying this valuable content. While I got you for a quick minute, I wanted to send you an invitation to join our growing investor community. It's called the Passive Investors Club. It's a group of like-minded individuals like you who are seeking financial freedom and to build true wealth through passive investing in commercial real estate. We take a totally different approach to investing that is opposite, that is pushed by the financial advisors and what we see in the mainstream media. We like to invest in real assets that we can touch and understand and that are not subject to the wild swings of the financial markets. We don't want to be part of the herd who pursues the traditional route, leaving our financial future to Wall Street. So if you're interested in joining our group and to sharing resources and opportunities, then go to passiveinvestorsclub.com/join. Joining the club is completely free and there's no obligation. And all our members receive our free Passive Investors course along with tons of resources and content. So again, passiveinvestorsclub.com/join.